It's an epidemic plaguing our nation, hurting men, women, and children alike. It comes from the darkest forces and cripples all it affects with a debilitating affliction. I'm talking, of course, about Gogurt Lip. Gogurt Lip, the name given to the injury sustained on the inside of the lateral commissure of one's lip. It's an affliction that affects millions every day, many of whom are too embarrassed to speak to their loved ones about what just happened.
Hi, I'm Murray Goldschneider of Goldschneider, Johnson & Chang, here to tell you that if you or a loved one has suffered from Gogurt Lip, you may be entitled to compensation. Let us help you. Let's put a stop to Gogurt Lip forever and show the corporations who's boss. So come on down to Goldschneider, Johnson & Chang and get a quote today. Every 5 sessions gets you a free DVD copy of Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Also, we're guinea pig friendly, but no cats, Chang's allergic.
Goldschneider, Johnson & Chang. Come on down and give us your money.
Audio preview.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Short News Podcast with your host, Alex Mador.
What you're asking for has got a powerful price.
Welcome back to the Short News Podcast, the 4th best news commentary podcast on Good Pods. Something that I'm going to say every episode until that changes. So we're back, finally doing a Thursday episode again after 2 weeks of not. School has just been really overwhelming lately. I've had to make multiple presentations about sociology-related research, and we're past the midpoint of the semester now, and this is the time to really get down to business. Also have to figure out what I'm going to be doing after college. I'm trying to find internships in media, working for someone else's more established podcast. There's an opening at NPR, but I don't have my degree yet, so I can't get it. So I'm hoping the bachelor's degree opens up some opportunities there, helps me get my foot in the door. Also, before we go into the news, I want to say we've got new merch now. It's not very lame. It's not like, it doesn't say the short news on it. It's not anything like that. It's got a cat on it. It's got like a cute little cat art, JPEG cats, ironic NFTs, but they're a massive flop as JPEGs for sale. So I'm selling them as apparel instead. They look really good on crew necks. So selling crew necks, reusable bags, mugs, lots of different things, and more to come. That is our merch, is JPEG cats. So that's that. Check it out at www.shortnewspod.com. Scroll down to the shop button. That will take you to the merch store. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, pay some bills around here. We're towards the end of the week, and we've had some breather time since the last episode, where we went in on Ted Cruz for overreacting to a Muppet stance on vaccinations. And it looks like the resistance to mandates is going to continue, meaning we're going to continue to struggle with infection rates in this ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. There's a 7-day average of over 74,000 cases, and if you look at where we were at this time last year, we had almost double that amount of cases. So it looks like this whole vaccination thing really did help out. I don't know when we're going to finally be in the clear, but if we want those numbers to go even lower and for hospitals to stop being overwhelmed, then people need to stop being little bitches and get vaccinated. Like, guys, all the people that have gotten vaccinated have helped to cut the average infection rates in half. Isn't that enough for you? I've seen a lot of you anti-vaxxers put much worse things into your bodies than a life-saving medicine. I know people who are butt-chugging Molly water and smoking Xanax that now refuse to take the vaccine because they don't want to put that poison in their bodies. Like, are you fucking serious, dude? How can you be so openly hypocritical and think that you're not, and think that you're completely in the right here? Like, I cannot stand it anymore. But it looks like we're going to have to, as long as politicians on the conservative side enables these delusional people to hold our country back from moving on from COVID-19. We're going to continue to stay in this limbo that we're in. I'm pretty aggravated with a lot of my friends this week, I'm going to be honest. They still associate with people who are anti-vax and party with them without masks, and then want me to go out of my way to fucking hang out with them and risk getting COVID and bringing it home with me to my family after hanging out for a couple hours and wasting more money than I can afford to. I don't know, man. Like, I'm noticing a lot of things that bother me lately. In class the other day, this girl was presenting in front of the class with her mask under her nose the entire fucking time, and she knew she was doing it, but would not fix it. Like, how do you not realize at this point? Simple, common sense. 2 years into COVID, the mask goes over your mouth and nose. How does that not make sense to you? I don't, like, and then why do I have to be around these people? Why am I obligated to be around idiots? Anyways, we're ranting about COVID and vaccines again. I'm going to stop myself there. We have to talk about current events since that's what the short news is about. We're still finding out more and more information about the Astroworld Festival and the disaster that the whole thing was. Travis Scott being sued by those who were injured or lost family members to the tramplings and the chaos. And of course, the TikTok conspiracy theorists have come out in full force to make this into something more than it actually is. So, they're saying Travis was doing a satanic ritual and that those people who died were sacrifices. And this is because of the occult symbolism that Travis Scott has always been known to use in his performances and his music and his art. And at least to me, like, to turn this into such a movie of a conspiracy theory like this, yeah, like, it's entertaining for sure, but this is a real tragedy that happened, and Travis Scott is facing real legal and monetary consequences from this. Like, what would he have to gain from killing his fans intentionally for a sacrifice at his festival when he's liable? Think about how insane that is. Like, I know how interesting it is to look at things this way. I listened to a conspiracy podcast about this whole thing before coming on here to talk about this, but publicly sacrificing fans, like I said, would be such a liability. There's no way that that's what happened. To me, this is simply a mismanaged festival, like Firefest, but more crowd crushing. And I've seen all the TikToks of the stage and the occult imagery, and here's what I have to say. As an artist myself, we do that shit so that people think of us as larger than life. It's entertaining, ego building, gives a mythical, mystical vibe to the artist, to the performance, a magical stage presence. These are things that any professional performer knows and takes advantage of. Travis using symbols like the owl and the phoenix gives him that larger-than-life aura around the entertainment and content that he provides. Was he careless and possibly negligent in the execution of this festival? Safety-wise, yeah, that could definitely be the case here. But I'm debunking the satanic theories. Artists do that shit for art. It's art. To entertain. Stop thinking like the QAnon shaman. It's not good for you. And I'm saying this as a spiritual granola crystal mommy myself, that this is taking it too far. Also, I'm not at all Catholic or Christian or Baptist or any of that shit. I consider myself a spiritual atheist. So when I see that occult symbolism, it doesn't put me into a triggered panic state the way those Nancy's at the Catholic Church get when they see intentional entertaining symbolism. I mean, we're talking about the same people that freak out over Harry Potter being like sinful. Like, you realize these concerts are supposed to be an escape and an experience, like an immersive experience. Like, not everything is your Jimmy Buffett or Dave Matthews Man on a Stage type deal. People in every direction. Like, there's more to concerts than the basic stuff. Some artists like it to be a whole theatrical thing that people get fully immersed into. Travis has done some cool things in the past, and he's no stranger to these Christian conspiracy theorists who take shit too far. These dudes are taking away from the real tragedy, the real issue here, in that these unsafe festivals continue to happen, and people get hurt and die. There needs to be regulations for all music festivals or festivals in general that would provide better crowd control and safety. Is there an OSHA for music festivals? Because there should be. So yeah, Travis is in trouble, man. We still don't know anything about the mystery injections that someone was allegedly jabbing people with and potentially giving them cardiac arrest. Authorities believe it was a targeted incident when it comes to that. That's scary, man. I remember a friend of mine, his sister and her boyfriend they went to a Jay-Z concert and they left early. And then right after they left, someone like in the area where they were sitting was like stabbing people. So holy shit. Also, the day after me and Ashley went to Governor's Ball, there was a huge storm, like big summer storm, and everyone who was at the festival that day was not only soaked, but stranded on Randall's Island with no shelter because everything's fucking outside. So holy shit. So this was 2019. You can probably look up the videos and pictures. It was the Sunday afternoon of Governor's Ball that year. Imagine being stranded on a fucking island in a tropical storm. And you're like dressed in like very little clothing, whether you're a guy or girl, because it's a hot day, I'm at the festival. No, tropical storm, get fucked. I'm so glad we only went the day before. Oh my God, I would be traumatized. I would be traumatized. But we'll see what happens with that. I really want to know about the injections and what those were. That's going to be very telling, because there were multiple cardiac arrests, and that's so scary. That shit can just happen when people are trying to enjoy themselves at a concert. It's unfair. It's tragic, and it makes people, including myself, feel like it's not safe to go do the fun shit that we used to do. Anyways, we'll go into some other news. Kyle Rittenhouse trial. That's been going on this week. Yesterday, some really funny shit happened. Rittenhouse took the stand. When he got up there, started crying and sniveling and weeping like a little bitch. Not so tough anymore without your gun, dude. So I want to play that clip now so you can understand why I was uncontrollably laughing yesterday when watching this. So let's get it. I got it. Jamie, could you pull up the crying white supremacist, please?
Your approach to car source number 3.
Here we go.
As I'm walking down Sheridan Road, I hear somebody scream, "Burn in hell," and I reply with friendly, to let them know, hey, I'm just here to help. I don't want any problems. I just want to put out the fires if there
He sounds like a Kyle. I just want to. No, I can't do it.
are any I continue walking, and then
What's up? My name is Kyle. I got an AR-15, and I kill people that are standing up for black people. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I'm Kyle. I shoot innocent people. Somebody commented on my YouTube, your channel sucks. Thank you. Who is this? Gabriel Bailey. With an anime profile picture. Okay, so you're a pedophile, obviously.
noticed the Duramax. I noticed a flame in the back seat of the Duramax, and I stepped towards the Duramax, and as I'm stepping forward, I believe his name is now Joshua Zeminski. He steps towards me with a pistol in his hand, and as I'm walking towards to put out the fire, I drop the fire extinguisher and I take a step back.
Okay. When you step back from Mr. Zeminski, what's your plan?
My plan is to get out of that situation and go back north down Sheridan Road to where the car source lot number 2 was.
If you were just there to put out fires, why did you have an AR-15 with you? That's what I don't understand. Like, if you're there to help, then you're there to help. I have trouble feeling bad for this dude because he killed protesters. Why are you killing protesters?
And did you get back? Were you able to go in a northerly direction?
I wasn't.
Describe what happened.
Once I take that step back, I look over my shoulder, and Mr. Rosenbaum was now running from my right side, and I was cornered from in front of me with Mr. Zeminski, and there were There were 3 people right there.
Take a deep breath, Kyle.
That's what I run.
Just take it.
All right, so
For our break anyway. You can just relax for a minute, sir. We're gonna take a break.
Okay, so this fucking baby. Let's do a recap of the Kyle Rittenhouse case here. So before you start feeling bad for this motherfucker, let's remember what the story was. So here, this is from the failing New York Times. They cannot be trusted, but we're gonna read them anyway. Alright, so before the shootings, about 2 hours before the first shooting, live streamer interviews Rittenhouse at a Kenosha vehicle dealership. There was several other armed men. Why? So this is what I don't understand. Like, why are you forming militias against protesters? Like, these are your fellow Americans, and they're upset. They're literally upset about social justice issues, and you are taking it upon yourself to silence them. And you don't see a problem with that? Like, that's so stupid. And people, oh, feel bad for him. He's just a kid. Fucking, I just wanted to kill some protesters. Like, fucking pussy. You pussy ass little bitch. Let's see what else we got. Says he's there to protect the businesses. He calls it his job. Although there's no indication that he was asked to guard the site. Alright, so here it is. So while Mr. Rittenhouse is being pursued by the group, so he's being chased by a group of, I guess, of protesters. Unknown gunman fires into the air, although it's unclear why. Weapon's muzzle flash appears in the footage filmed at the scene. Rittenhouse turns towards the sound of gunfire as another pursuer lunges towards him from the same direction. Mr. Rittenhouse then fires 4 times, appearing to shoot the man in the head. Holy shit. And then Rittenhouse seems to make a phone call and then flees the scene. I mean, yeah, well, you literally killed somebody, dude. You should probably call the police and say, I killed somebody. Whoops. But as Rittenhouse is running, he trips and falls to the ground. He fires 4 shots as 3 people rush towards him. One person appears hit in the chest, falls to the ground. Another, who is carrying a handgun, is hit in the arm and runs away. Mr. Rittenhouse's gunfire is mixed in with the sound of at least 16 other gunshots that ring out during this time. Oh, so there was a lot of shit going down. He walks up with his hands up towards the police vehicles. Bystanders call out to police officers that he just shot people. Police drive by him without stopping on their way to assist the victims. Let me see. The issue that I have here is that the conservatives want to frame this as, oh, he's an American patriot doing his job to protect small businesses. And it's like, most of the rioting that was happening was not people who actually believe in the Black Lives Matter movement and who want to fight against police brutality. It was just people who want to burn shit down and saw an opportunity and made those protesters look bad. It turned into the fucking purge out there. I'm not going to deny that. But his purpose out there was not to protect people. It was to bring his fucking gun and target practice on some protesters. If he was there to help, then he'd have fucking equipment to help, not guns. People just taking up arms, acting like militia against fellow Americans, acting like the police during a protest against the police who abuse their power every day. It bothers me. These people are on the wrong fucking side. Kyle Rittenhouse is probably a back the blue. Now he's become an icon for those people. It's just really stupid. Long before the shooting, Rittenhouse's social media was filled with posts supporting the police and Blue Lives Matter. Oh, here we go. See, this is what I'm fucking saying. He's like a wannabe cop. He had also served as a cadet in a program for young aspiring police officers. So he's a fucking wannabe police officer. He wants to go into the field of oppressing minorities. And he went out with his gun to fucking shoot people that were fighting for equality for minorities. That's why people hate him. That's why people don't feel bad for him. When he goes up to stand and fucking bawls his eyes out too fucking bad, you put yourself in this situation. You could have stayed home. Shut the fuck up. These protests were after the Jacob Blake shooting, which, I don't know the whole entire story there, what the motive was, or why there was even an altercation in the first place. But that cop shot the dude from close range 7 times. And Rittenhouse stands up for that cop. And there's the people that say, like, oh, he's only 18, he's just a kid. Listen, I was doing stupid things at that age, but I wasn't going out of state to fucking shoot people. Okay, I was like smoking weed in my garage and like then going upstairs, falling asleep to the Lion King and then waking up and making nachos. That was the bad shit I was doing. Not fucking driving, taking a road trip with an AR-15 in my trunk, then going around shooting protesters. That's insane. So like I'm kind of happy that he's been humiliated like this on video, on camera. The right-wingers love to paint him as this tough, manly American hero, but no. The dude is just a crying, stupid fucking kid who shouldn't have even been in the area, shooting protesters, acting like he's the police. He went out of his way to find an excuse to kill people who are trying to speak out against police brutality. I don't feel bad for him at all. If anything, I hate him even more than I did before. And I hope he gets what he deserves. And I saw a lot of funny memes and photoshops of the dude. There's one where he was photoshopped with Nick Avocado's mukbang dish in front of him, and he's bawling. In my opinion, that's the best Photoshop of the year. Because, fuck that guy. I can't believe so many people out here are in support of him and want him to go free. They actually think he did the right thing by killing those unarmed people. Like, the dude went out of his way to kill people who were standing up for black people. Of course, a conservative white male who publicly was Blue Lives Matter went out of his way from a completely different state with a gun to find an excuse to kill people he disagrees with. And of course, he's being defended by people like Steven Crowder, who say who see Rittenhouse crying and go, see, that's real. He's just a kid who was acting in self-defense. No, self-defense would have been not going out of his way with an AR-15 to search for conflict so he could kill people. Self-defense would have been not intentionally putting yourself in that situation after taking a whole entire road trip to murder people. Self-defense would have been staying the fuck home. If you aren't a cop and you're just some snot-nosed kid, that what gives you the jurisdiction to once again travel out of state with your weapon to kill people? He could have fucking stayed home and played Xbox like every other 17-year-old, but this kid has serious school shooter energy and shouldn't be allowed to get away with this. Fucking Kyle Rittenhouse. Crying all over the place. You killed 2 people, dude. Now you have to sit in court and listen to lawyers fight over your future and the consequences of your actions. Don't cry, man. You went through all the planning and road tripping to go kill those people. You had plenty of time to turn around and not be a murderous psychopath, but did you turn around and stop yourself? No. So I hope you go to prison, dude. These white nationalists shouldn't be protected by the law like they've been forever. If you're not a cop, why are you going around killing people? Why are you patrolling a place you don't even live? If he doesn't get time in prison, then the justice system is just as broken as I already think it is. And this will just support that even more. But we'll see where this goes. I mean, I mostly just wanted to make fun of him crying. And I'm going to add it to the soundboard, so we can just use that at any time. Because, he deserves to be memed on, and conservatives need to stop acting like he's a victim here. He had a fucking AR-15, shot a dude in the head. They're calling him the victim. Tell me that's not fucked up. Like, how could you do that? That's impossible. Like, how could you say that's not fucked up? What else is going on in the world? Have we talked about... No, we haven't. We haven't talked about Donald Trump in a while. Is there anything new with him? I don't really know. Oh, yeah, Truth Social. That's going to be launching soon. I can't wait for that. So Truth Social, if you don't know, is the social media platform that Trump has created, since everyone else kicked him off of their platforms, for inciting an insurrection and then justifying it immediately after. I don't know, man. I might make an account under a fake name and a throwaway email just to go undercover and see what the conservatives are saying in their echo chambers here. If it's anything like Parler or Gab, then there's gonna be some hilariously bad content and some scary threats to democracy. What I think is funny about the Truth Network is that the code for it isn't even proprietary. It's not even something they made from scratch. Like, it's not its own social network. It's actually just a part of Mastodon. So Mastodon is like Twitter, but you join a specific network, whether it be based on a community with a shared interest or other things. So it's Twitter, but not everyone sees what everyone else posts because they're all in different networks of their choices based on their niche. So because it's open source, Trump's team can just take it, use it for their app, which is just a Mastodon skinned browser or a skinned Mastodon browser. So some old people shit. And it's never going to be like Twitter. And I'm so excited to see how this fails. I've used Mastodon before. It's very slow. It's very slow. There's a reason why Twitter is the best microblogging site. Oh, man. So when it opens up to everyone, I think we should all join and try to trick the alt-right people into believing some crazy, non-dangerous, but self-incriminating conspiracy theories that lead them to losing their minds even more. Trump's going to be allowed to go completely off the rails since it's his site. Imagine he gets kicked off his own social network for taking things too far. I don't know, like, I would never join that site, like, as myself, though, like, with my name. I get enough hate on Twitter and through email from anti-vaxxers and other freaks. But, okay, so since we're a show that makes fun of conservatives, I think it's only fair that we make fun of some conservatives. There's been a lot of cringe the last couple of years, and I think it's important to raise awareness on how fucking annoying these dudes are, and how often they fail at what they're saying and doing. So, let's look at the best conservative fails of the last few years. Here it is.
You can say with confidence that you think Brown versus Board of Education super precedent is that you're not aware of any effort to go back to the good old days of segregation by a legislative body. Is that correct?
That all of the water levels around the world rise by let's say 5 feet over the next 100 years, say 10 feet by the next 100 years. And it puts all the low-lying areas on the coast underwater, right? Which, let's say all of that happens. You think that people aren't going to just sell their homes and move?
We are at the Trump rally in Georgia where his supporters have a message for him. Do not concede under any circumstances.
Hello. I don't think so. We're just getting started, baby.
You don't concede to someone who cheated, ever. We
Stop the steal. It's sad that they have to steal an election to win.
We're going to speak out, and we're going to fight for this country.
Oh my god, shirts that say Trump was robbed.
You won. You go President Trump, and we love you.
If I may, sir,
it's so funny that they're like so gung-ho about their delusions in these videos. Like, we won, we did it. Like, they're celebrating, even though he fucking lost. We actually won. That's what the media isn't telling you, so we're all celebrating. We won, we did it, guys. Even though Joe Biden's being sworn in next month. We won. Jeez, remember this time last year? How relieved we all felt? But Trump was like raging for months. He was still on Twitter.
Respectfully, in the Fox poll, they asked people, who is more competent? Whose mind is sounder? Biden beats you in that.
Well, I tell you what, let's take a test. Let's take a test right now. Let's go down. Joe and I will take a test. Let him take the same test that I took.
Incidentally, I took the test too when I heard that you passed it.
Yeah, how did you do it?
Well, it's not the hardest test.
No, but
there's a picture and it says, what's that? And it's an elephant.
No. You see, that's all misrepresentation.
Well, that's what it was.
It says an elephant. You put snuffleupagus. Now, can you explain that to me, Donald? Well, you listen here. Snuffleupagus, he's a good friend of mine. I know him. You know, he and I, we get the same Coke. You know, look at he's got that trunk. Oh man, Snuffleupagus, he can do all kinds of drugs, man. He's crazy. He's a crazy one, but I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I don't do any drugs.
It's on the web.
It's all misrepresentation. Because, yes, the first few questions are easy, but I'll bet you couldn't even answer the last 5 questions. I'll bet you couldn't. They get very hard, the last 5 questions.
Well, one of them was count back from 100 by 7.
And let me tell you.
He's like, well, you're not understanding that some of these were quite hard. I can't count backwards. You think I can count backwards from 100 by 7? That's way too difficult. You're asking way too much from the president of the United States. I'm president of the United States, not a physicist. I almost said a physician. That would have been funnier. I'm president of the United States, not a physician. Like President Trump, that has nothing to do with math. Oh, whatever. The election was rigged. It was rigged. How did Joe Biden beat Donald Trump in mental well-being or mental cognizance? That's one thing that I'm like, wow, really? People trust Biden more? Trump is crazy. Like, Trump is mentally ill. Don't get me wrong. And, like, having him in office is dangerous. Biden is just, like, he's not there, you know? Like, he's just Earth to Joe. Like, he needs to be waking up every 5 minutes because he's just passing out. And, like, what am I doing again? What am I doing? We're gonna build back, what was I saying again?
Israel. And I think any Jewish people that vote for a Democrat, I think it shows either a total lack of knowledge or great disloyalty.
My case against rap.
What? Jeez, Donald is calling out the Jews like that. If you're Jewish and you vote for a Democrat, you're the worst. You deserved the gas chambers. Your people deserved it. They deserved it. The Holocaust should have happened even more, and I'm gonna make it happen again. I will bring it back. We're gonna make Holocaust great again. We're gonna make gas chambers great again, because if you're Jewish and you voted for Biden, get ready to get some boot soldiers to your door. What do they call it? Some foot soldiers to your door. Some stormtroopers to your door. I don't know. I don't know what Nazis, SS guards. Okay. Anyways, here's Ben Shapiro talking about rap music.
I have the musical case against rap, and then I will get to the cultural case against rap. So,
well, see, my problem with the rap music here is that they talk about fucking bitches and getting money, and while I have money, I fuck 0 bitches. My wife sleeps in a separate room from me. I have openly talked about that many times, and I do not get my dick wet at all whatsoever. I have not gotten my dick wet in at least 10 years. My child is 10 years old, and the last time that I got my dick wet was 9 months prior to my child's birth. Now, that was it. In my house, we only procreate for the purpose of procreating. Now, anybody else that does that procreates for fun, I say that's sinful, and I say I'm jealous.
So the musical case against rap is that, in my view, and the view of my music theorist father who went to music school, there are 3 elements to music. There is harmony, there is melody, and there is rhythm. Okay. And rap only fulfills one of these, the rhythm section. That there's not a lot of melody and there's not a lot of harmony.
There doesn't have to be melody, though. If you look at, like, drum circles, or like things like that are mainly just percussion, that's all just a beat. That's all just fucking percussion, dude. There's no melody. There's rhythm. If you got rhythm, then you got music, in my opinion. I think that's a little bit like that's gatekeeping music. Ben Shapiro, how are you gatekeeping music? You fucking weirdo. Holy shit. Oh, damn, we have the same hairline issue, Ben. Did you get that fixed? Do you know a guy for that? Because I noticed that's not there anymore. Huh. All right. Anyways.
And thus, it is basically effectively spoken rhythm. And
it's spoken rhythm. Basically, hip-hop is just trash music. It's absolutely trash. And if you are a real music head, if you're a real musician, then you listen to Yo-Yo Ma and nothing else. That is my opinion, and my opinion is fact, and facts don't care about your feelings. So that is that. And if you listen to Migos Stir Fry, you realize that they're just rapping about cooking crack in the kitchen. And I say that is abhorrent, that is horrible, and I think that we should arrest them for incriminating themselves in such a way. And I'm also jealous that Offset gets to tap that ass when it comes to Cardi B. I wish that I was getting in that wet ass P word, but I can't
but I can't because she doesn't like me. I've tried. She says I am too tiny, and that is that. I've slid into multiple DMs. I'm not proud of it, and they've all said no or blocked me. I'm blocked by Iggy Azalea as well because I sent her a picture of my biceps.
He has big biceps, by the way. I've said this before, but Ben Shapiro could kick my ass. Ben Shapiro could probably beat me in the marketplace of ideas, just because he talks so fast, and he could also beat me up because he has big muscles, and he will flex them on live stream if he is asked. I've seen it.
Ben, can you show your muscles? Oh yeah. You want to see the gun show? Facts and logic right here. It's the name of my biceps.
And so it's not actually a form of music. It's a form of rhythmic speaking. And
after 30 years of military service,
rhythmic speaking on a rhythm that to a beat, that is music. If there's a beat, if there's a melody, if there's a hook, if there's rapping, there's lyrics, that's music, dude. The music, like the rapping is to the beat. Dude, that's a fucking song. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Lee led U.S. Marines to crush the attempted slave rebellion by radical abolitionist John Brown in October 1859. 21 co-conspirators had seized a federal armory, and all of them were killed or captured, including John Brown, who was tried and hanged for treason. Lee deemed slavery a moral and political evil in any country, but considered it a greater evil to the white man than to the black race, since blacks are immeasurably better off here than in Africa.
And then he proceeded to explain to me why.
What the fuck? That just sounds like a way to justify our mistakes. It goes in the same vein as, we don't need to teach our kids critical race theory. We didn't do anything wrong. It's like, yeah, you did, dude. You fucking did. Hate to tell you, but you kind of kidnapped a whole race of people and then shipped them over here to do your bidding, to do all your farming and die for you.
He thought that I was wrong. And I see the case, right? He suggested that there are rap songs that have melody and there are rap songs that have harmony. Overall, I think that it's fair to say that he has convinced me that rap is a form of music, okay? I'm not conceding that I think rap is a good form of music or that I enjoy that form of music.
When they talk about fucking my bitch, specifically, when somebody in a rap song says, I'm gonna fuck your bitch, that makes me feel very insecure because, like I said before, me and my wife, we sleep in separate rooms, so I don't know if she's getting her shit rocked by Migos right now. They could be running train on her as I speak. I'm here at this college speaking. I don't know where she is. She won't pick up my phone calls. She has me blocked or her phone is off or something, but I don't know. She said something about heading down to Oakland, and I haven't heard from her since. Ever since she started listening to I don't know. I could take this in a whole direction, but I'm not going to.
But sure, rap is a form of music. Now, my favorite.
You said that you applied to West Point, but they gave your place to an applicant of a different gender and persuasion. I know the test scores and I knew the qualifications. She was less qualified. So my question is, if they were of different gender, do you know what gender they were?
I never said that. That's fake news. Thanks for being here tonight. Never said that. Thank you for being there tonight. And unfortunately, I was waitlisted and things kind of started to get a little bit odd, and I eventually lost my spot out to what I felt was a far less qualified applicant in my district that was of a different gender and a different persuasion. You could take it any way you want, but I knew the test.
Oh, so he's getting upset about, what is that, affirmative action, or them considering people of different races and genders over him because too many white men get opportunities in this world. Charlie tiny faced Kirk, little teeny tiny face, little smushed face.
Scores, I knew the qualifications. I was kind of got the short end of the stick. I never said that. That's fake news. Thanks for being here tonight.
I never said that. That's fake news. And it cuts back to him saying it.
Of a different gender and a different persuade.
You can imagine what those countries put into the system. They're not putting their good ones. And remember
Oh my God. There's more.
Now, you're a star of new media, of conservative new media. You and others on the left and the right, you position yourselves as supposed tellers of hard truths. But haven't you all just really coarsened public discourse in America and exacerbated its divisions?
It's kind of odd to be hearing about me coarsening public discourse when you call policies you disagree with brutal and bringing us back to the Dark Ages, sir.
The point, I don't want to return to it, but the point was to put a position for you to reply to it. And I thought we'd covered that.
I
put
think
some of the points too, because on your videos,
characterization of issues is part of the problem in the coarsening of public debate.
Well, maybe it's also part of your problem too, because we have from your YouTube videos, Ben Shapiro destroys the abortion argument. Ben Shapiro destroys transgenderism.
Ben Shapiro destroys the toilet in the Chipotle bathroom. But nobody's seen that one. That's a personal vlog on my Patreon. You have to subscribe to that on my OnlyFans to see that absolute mess. That was a they had to call the fire department afterwards. There was corn everywhere. There was just because corn it goes right through you. The same way that the Democrats and their ideas go in one ear and out the other. The same way corn goes in my mouth and then out my ass. The same way.
And abortion. Is that not a kind of coarse public discourse?
Well, are those videos labeled by me?
I have no idea. But
why are you picking out? Why are you? I have a question. Why are you picking out random?
And it cuts to it's a Ben Shapiro YouTube account. Ben Shapiro destroys Piers Morgan on gun control. Ben Shapiro destroys Seth Rogen's cancel culture comments. Ben Shapiro destroys his poopy diaper.
YouTube videos put up by people who are not me.
Are you
and then attributing the titles to me?
Are you unhappy with the way they've been described?
I think that people can describe me however they please. It's a free country, and I'm all in favor of a public debate. If you watch the actual clips, they are generally civil.
You said Jew, and you're Jewish yourself. I only mention that because to put this in context. The Jews who vote for Obama are, by and large, Jews in name only. Ginos, you call them.
What? That's psycho. That is psycho. That's some Trump shit, dude.
But it's not exclusive. I think it's probably more exclusive to black people. It's not like it's covers all races.
Yes, the Republican Party, known lovers of Hispanics.
I wouldn't say it's that. I would say that against Hispanics. Are you really gonna try to make that judgment based off of what?
Is that a joke? I mean, we can talk about the fear mongering done.
No,
against,
I'm being dead serious.
I
mean, I know you're probably going to lean into Trump wall, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. 100%. Preempting the argument doesn't make it any less bad. Yeah, 100%. Trump comes up fear mongering about rapists and murderers coming over the border, deploys the military because of refugees coming up from the south that never even fucking made it to our country. Talks about shithole countries. And builds or continues to man and then bolsters the concentration camps we have on the border. 100%. Yeah, totally. Also, the Mexican, they are by definition concentration camps and have been acknowledged to be so by the Holocaust, historical society. Do
you think? Do you genuinely think any person who was in the Holocaust would compare it to that?
Yeah, yes, and they did. Yeah, so yes, and they did. Yeah, 100%. Was it as bad?
I didn't know that. Wow. So Holocaust survivors have compared the Trump camps to the conditions that they were living through. That's okay. That's scary, dude. That is scary. And so is this Vosh? Is this who Vosh is? Yeah, this is okay. I had no idea because I see people shitting on him on Twitter all the time, but he's making good points. He's showing up. Who is he up against? Charlie Kirk? Or somebody like that?
bad as Auschwitz-Birkenau? No, of course not. But they're both concentration camps.
Well, I guess if they made that definition, then it would, obviously be more, credible than my definition of it. But yeah, no, I would never compare it to the level of any kind of Auschwitz or even near that, honestly. We're not killing people, we're not torturing people. We're holding them.
People are dying, and people are right now.
We're holding them in cages with TVs and hand sanitizer.
Holding 3 human beings in cages.
We're holding them in cages. No big deal. No big deal. We're just holding human beings in cages. They got TV. They got TV, man. They can watch fucking SpongeBob. So what's the deal? Why are you so upset, man? It's not a concentration camp. They got TV. So fucking brain dead of a take. So brain dead. Just absolutely just denying reality.
Like in cold desert environments with minimal protection, like meets the UN definition of like unfair treatment of civilians. It meets the definition of torture. Additionally, right now they're using some kind of like viral gassing agent in the camps. They're literally gassing people right now, and it's causing respiratory issues for the people there.
I did hear about that. The respiratory. I heard something about the agent that they were using. If that's true, because I haven't looked into it yet. If that's true, I totally condemn that, and like that's horrible.
So then you should condemn the whole practice, the entire thing. If they're doing things like that to these innocent people who are just trying to seek out a better life, then why are you defending them? If you condemn those things, why are you defending the concentration camps? That's insane to me that people will openly support concentration camps because they don't care about the race of people being put in there, being locked up.
I'm not going to stand up and say that was okay.
You're okay with people being held in cages in freezing desert climates with like little electric blankets they can toss over them and their 4 kids, like for no reason other than they met the legal requirements for coming up to the border to declare asylum?
I'm okay with any person who doesn't want to follow our law. Yeah.
Wait, they followed the law. You have to enter the country before you can declare asylum.
Damn, he's got the facts. He's got the facts, man. So like this illegal immigration bullshit is not even it's not even real. Is basically what he's saying. If you want to declare asylum, you have to come to the country first and then ask for help.
Yeah, but you realize that.
Yeah, but you realize that I don't like Mexican people, right? You realize that not in my backyard, man.
These people aren't even trying. These people aren't even trying to become a citizen.
Wait, they can't. Wait, how can they be? How can they be trying to? Wait. How can they be trying if they're arrested at the border? What the fuck does that mean? They literally followed the legal UN certified process.
If they're being arrested at the border, then there's obviously other implications that go into that.
No, there isn't.
Why are there other implications though? That's the question. Why are they being treated like there are other implications every time if they're just coming and seeking asylum because they were in a worse situation and want to get out of that shitty, dangerous situation? Why are we treating them like criminals immediately then? That's insane. And this was probably prior to the Biden administration. And now we could probably argue that this is still going on. Maybe it's not as aggressive, but we're still holding people in camps. And it's not okay at all. It's still fucking ridiculous. And if we're arresting people for seeking asylum, then that's just, and Trump was doing that. Just fucked up.
Realize that, right? We're not just arresting Hispanics for just coming across the border.
Yes, we are. You realize the UN has condemned the United States for not abiding by the process by which we allow asylum. Wait, are you just ignorant? You should read up on this. That's literally what's happening. They're literally just rounding people up during the crossing and putting them in camps, even though they have a legal right to do that. The asylum process requires that you enter the borders of the country that you wish to declare asylum in. Many of them came over legally with permits and have had those permits stolen by the state, never to see.
That's like fucking holy shit. Yeah, that's some Trump level shit. Just sabotaging someone's legal ability to come into the country. Like, oh, let me just take that from you and not give it back. Oh, you don't have that thing that I just took from you? Well, I guess I gotta arrest you now. Sorry, just by the book. Come with me into this camp where I'll ruin your fucking life and separate you from your kids. But it's okay. They've got TV. They've got TV in the fucking cages, right?
See them again. Many of them have been separated by their children. All of these meet definitions of the UN of unhumane treatment of like civilian population. Like this is just a fact. This isn't like a lefty bias thing. This is just what's happening. You wouldn't get this if you watch Fox News though, which is why I'm not surprised that their viewers are so okay with what's going on down there. They just see like the
disagree. The rich are too highly taxed. Strongly agree. The rich pay all the taxes in this country, and so sure, the vast majority of taxes in this country, and so.
That's not true, and it shows. There's a visual up there that shows that Amazon pays no taxes. Amazon pays no taxes. We know that Elon Musk avoids taxes because he makes all of his money in stocks. All of his earnings come from his stock options, all of that type of shit. And he just sells when he wants some extra coin, and he gets untaxed money that way. And that's why he's got what, like $300 billion or some ridiculous number. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll donate $6 billion if the UN can tell me how to use it. Like, just fucking do it, dude. Stop being a dick. Dangling money over the UN's face. Like, that's enough money to end world hunger. Just do it. I love how these Daily Wire conservative people, they like stand up for billionaires that give zero fucks about them. Why are you standing up for these people? They're gonna fuck you over too.
I think they are probably too highly taxed. And I can't wait to become one of those rich who is too highly taxed and then make pride. So I will strongly disagree with that. Our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. Difficult to know what they're saying. Probably we should err on the side of them writing a very bad question here. And since there is neither Jew nor Greek nor slave nor bond in Christ Jesus, I have to vote against the apparent racism. I will say that I disagree with that. I'd always support my country whether it was right or wrong. Agree. Of course I would. How can your country be wrong? Just like completely, totally wrong. It can go through challenging political times. It can have bad or dumb.
They show the Iraq War and there being no WMDs. They show the Vietnam War from, damn, that was from 1955 to 1975. I did not know that. Wow, we were there for way too long. Was that Nixon who did that? That fucking idiot. I am not a crook. I look like a bulldog. Oh, I got jowls. Oh. Richard Nixon. Oh. That's my Richard Nixon. I do birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, quinceañeras, wherever. I'll bring my Richard Nixon.
Dumb leaders, but your country itself is your country. I could no more renounce my country than I could renounce my own family. No one chooses.
Can you define socialism?
So socialism is whenever the government helps people financially, well, social economics, social economy.
This dude's wearing a Trump hat. I'm not surprised that he doesn't know what he's talking about at all whatsoever and stumbles on a definition like when a Spanish teacher calls out a student for not memorizing the shit from the night before that he was supposed to memorize about the language. This is what's going on. That's what this feels like. Same energy.
Socialism is whenever the government helps you.
Yeah, no. That's not it.
Yeah, no. Socialism is whenever the government just gives people stuff. That's what I think it is.
Socialism is when the workers own the means of production in an economy. That's what socialism is. It's not when the government does stuff.
That's not what I was saying.
Okay, then what were you?
Exactly what he was saying, though. That's not what I was saying, even though that's exactly what I said, and it's on record now. Fucking idiot. Fool. You fool. So smug, looking like a fucking Connecticut native, wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat. Why are you doing this? All those people with their MAGA hats who have like posted pictures of themselves with them on, like, good luck in the future explaining that to your kids when they're like, "Why were you a fascist, mom or dad?" And you have to explain that shit to them with your old neo-Nazi memorabilia.
You saying?
I was saying whenever the government helps you pay for stuff.
That's not it either. Socialism is when
the government does stuff.
But most men, at least in our society, thank God, do control themselves. But uncontrolled male sexual nature is truly a frightening thing to women. That if there were no moral rules and no police, men would grab women and do what they wanted as a rule. That is the way men are made. The fact that your man doesn't act that way is because he has been given a set of rules and because he knows that he will be punished, or just enough that he has the...
What kind of fucked up philosophy lesson is this? What the hell? Gee, the fact that your man is not sexually assaulting you every second that he feels like it, that really shows how good of a dude he is, and you should really be lucky. You should really feel lucky, because men are naturally fucking terrible people. And it's just because of you women in society that we have to act all respectful and stuff. So stupid. Who is this Prager? Is one of those old... Yeah, this is Prager.
These set of rules, and the fear of punishment is not even necessary. But rules, men know this, and we males, I am one of them, I am male. We know this from a very early age. We can't ask.
Okay, if military forces work so well, how come we've been stuck in Afghanistan and Iraq, and it has turned into the longest conflicts in American history?
It's not. Peace is a part of that, ensuring peace, but it's also for oil, because the method of getting oil through military forces is much cheaper and provides a lower cost source for our citizens than the method we have here.
So 2 million Iraqi citizens dead. You think that's worth oil?
Yes.
We're so fucked if people like those conservatives continue to run the country. Also, if we continue to elect old people on either side, that's going to be a big problem for us. They're not invested in the future like you or me. You know, my listeners are youngish, like my generation. So, you know, the people that we've been forced to elect, or the shitty choices that we've had for candidates, do not represent the future of America. They're not going to be around for the future that they're fucking ruining. I don't know. It's just frustrating. All right, so what else do I have here on the talking points? Oh, that's just that's so fucking satisfying. And I say this as someone who one day is going to have to debate in the marketplace of ideas, but is ill prepared for it. I have family members who did really well on their debate teams, but unfortunately that isn't me. But I know that at some point that challenge is going to approach, and I have to be ready to win or be embarrassed in the process of losing. We saw debate lord fast talker Ben Shapiro get completely owned and storm off from a live debate. That's a major L on his part. And do I think I could beat Shapiro? No, I don't. I don't know. Like, I'm not Harvard educated. Wherever he went, I know it was somewhere good. So there will be a time and a day where I will have egg on my face. I know that. When will that day be? I don't know. But as long as I don't buy a house, then I shouldn't be attacked. Hassan. I'm kidding. I love that guy. He's very good at what he does. He deserves a nice house. Like, come on. It's an expensive state to live in. His work and collaborations and all of that is located in that state with people that all happen to live in California. Like, anywhere that he would be moving in California would be expensive. And he makes good money, pays taxes, donates to charity. He's not the problem the way Jeff Bezos actually is. And we've talked about this before, and I don't need to rehash it. But speaking of conservatives and cancellations, Chris Pratt is getting completely destroyed by the internet, just by everyone there. So remember in 2014 when he got buff and all of a sudden, everyone was in love with him and he was in every movie and is still in every movie. Well, after the Mario thing was announced, it seemed like that pissed enough people off where they started looking into his past, looking into his family, those types of things. There's also been a lot of controversy about a post he made last week that was kind of a sneak diss to his ex-wife and his child with her because he was thanking his new wife, like passive-aggressively, for giving him a healthy child. The reason that's messed up is because his first child with his ex-wife has a lot of health problems, so he's kind of tossing out that first kid for not being perfectly healthy, and I feel bad for that kid. That must feel really shitty. Your dad is favoring his new family over his old family, tossing his own son aside like that. And there were also critiques of the traditional gender roles and norms that Pratt and his wife abide by. People don't like how he made his post about how she serves him in all of these ways, even with a picture of her giving him a pedicure, and that really bothered people. And listen, we don't know the context. Maybe she's really thoughtful and generous and wanted to give him a pedicure. Maybe it was his birthday, not something that they regularly do. It's not really something to overreact about. What caught my eye, and again, I'm not mad, I'm just curious, was that someone found pictures of Pratt and his brother, who is a cop and a member of the 3%, an alt-right extremist group. Pratt's brother makes a lot of alt-right gun racks and art that represents his political views, all about freedoms and liberties. So what we're dealing with here. He hashtagged a post, hashtag Black Guns Matter. So very fucking insensitive and dismissive of the actual issue that the BLM movement is trying to fix. And Chris Pratt can be seen in some pictures with his brother while wearing 3% symbols, supporting, that extreme police movement on hats and apparel. So that's why I was jokingly tweeting earlier in the week, where was Chris Pratt on January 6th? And all I can say, really, in conclusion, is, Chris, this Mario movie better be good. I don't know what you're going to sound like, but I'm really concerned. Also, your brother is making you look really bad right now. Okay, so moving on. There's no new Ted Cruz to make fun of. So we're going to just go right into Keeping Up with the Karens, where we make fun of the Karens of the week who are freaking out in public and caught on video doing it because mental illness is something that runs rampant in the United States and it goes unchecked. So here we go.
Help yourself, please get one or two. Gracias.
What? I don't understand. Oh, it said please take one or two. Oh, it's like a Halloween candy and she just stole all of it? Are you an adult? That's so fucking weird, dude. Like, can't you just go buy candy yourself? Why are you being a child?
Loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.
Howdy. It's a lot of candy. It's a ton of candy.
Wait, one sec. Let me fix this volume. Let me see if this is better. Okay.
She's got the hand sanitizer too. Put all that back, dude. You guys hit my neighborhood already. Like, I'm trying to take my daughter trick or treating. There's no candy because you guys keep taking it. Like, if I were to look in this car, is it just like, yeah, dude, buckets full. You're taking everybody's. What is up with that? For real? This is what you teach your children, dude. Shameful. Shameful.
Jesus. In broad daylight, just taking the whole bucket of candy from the doorstep. Not just taking one, literally taking the whole bucket. What is wrong with people? Like, has this always been a thing? Or, like, and it's just being, published, or it's just being publicized now because we have cameras everywhere? Or is this a new thing where people just steal shit and, like, try to fuck with people's lives and ruin people's days? I honestly, I don't know.
The lady's literally just taking people's candy. Come on.
All of it? Take everything that was in there? Huh?
I just take a little bit because the trick-or-treaters need some.
Come on, Boogie. Yeah.
I got all of it.
No.
Almost all.
Why are they... so this is a common thing. And now that they have Ring doorbells, you can catch all these people doing this shit.
All of it. That's enough, Daddy. We need some for the trick-or-treaters.
It's okay. They've already been here. Okay? Pick all of it up. Okay, come on. Carry your bowl.
So she's mad because I'm getting my lashes done and her kids see me through the window, and this is what I have on. Hold on.
Bro,
This is what I have on.
Wait, she said she saw cleavage.
Ooh, you mad because my titty's nice? Is that what it is?
Your lashes is cute though.
Lauren lashes. She's literally out of her mind.
Yeah, it's like not her business. Like, she could just like not go in to the place. Like, girl's just getting her lashes done, got a cool outfit on, and why is she like this white woman is just coming over and harassing her? That's why do people do this? Why do people do this? If it has nothing to do with you and is not your business, vacate the premises.
Update, this bitch ripped my fucking wig off. Like, broke my nails, whooped her ass. As I should. It's 2021. Beat a Karen's ass today. Literally. Whoop the ass.
Oh, I wish we got the video of that, though. I wish we got the video of her getting, like, rocking that bitch's face. Can you get away with that now? Like, are charges gonna be pressed? I hope not. Like, can you just beat the shit out of somebody for accosting you like that? I don't know. I don't know. I know you can't fucking pull an AR-15 on them. I know that.
So silly. You're too old for this. Use your brain.
We're 13. We're 13. How are we old? Too old? How's that too old?
You're too. I taught kindergarten and first grade before I got my
Wait, I thought you were a
master's in
police officer.
psychology.
Yeah, now you're lying again. Wait, I thought you were a police officer. Don't get hostile. Don't touch us. Don't do anything.
Touch you.
I'm already
not
injured.
touching you. Out.
Dude, no, like you actually cannot do this. I do know who owns the plantations and does know who owns this neighborhood. I'll have a conversation with about you later.
Go now.
Ma'am, you do understand like there's a more polite way. You guys, like most citizens just said. Yeah, you started screaming, and I was.
I saw one guy fall and could hurt.
Yeah. I wasn't hurt at all. I'm wearing a pad.
I have that same longboard. Oh, that's pretty cool. Why is this her business? Again, there's just more people that can't mind their own business, and this is a common thing with conservatives. I hate to say it. I hate to generalize, but conservatives, they want to know what your private parts are. They want to know what you're doing in a public area. They want to know which bathroom you're using. They want to know too much. They just can't mind their business. They want to know what kind of person you're fucking. They cannot mind their own business.
Suit that's made for motorcycles.
Yeah. Okay, but this is
I can't get hurt.
This is not a skating park.
Yeah, but you could ask politely though. Like
So it's not. It doesn't need to be a skating park. You dumb bitch. People can skate anywhere. On longboarding on the road in a neighborhood that's not. It's really not that like outrageous. It's really not. Like I have family that also like they live in like a private neighborhood and some of the kids there skateboard and then be like, oh, these kids skateboarding and what's wrong? What is the problem? Why can't they skateboard? The kids are allowed to have a little fun. They're not hurting you. Mind your business.
we're gonna leave, but like you don't have to yell at us.
Come on, Linda.
Like we're not even pumped. We're glad to leave.
You'd be doing something worse. You'd be egging your house.
Yeah, like seriously.
You just said you're gonna egg my house.
We said it could be worse.
Doing worse stuff.
We could be. It's Halloween. We could be doing a lot worse.
Yeah.
Please tell me you got it too.
Please tell me you got it too. All right, Karen of the week.
And you gotta call why? Because I'm out here with my dog.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad you're doing that. I'll call a zone call. We can make this easy.
You don't gotta worry about it. I'm about to leave.
No, you ain't leaving yet.
Why can't I leave?
Because I'm detaining you right now.
For what?
For criminal trespass, because you don't live here.
So how's it criminal? I live right here. I can
you don't
bring
live
my
right
dog.
here. You don't live on this property.
Oh.
Okay, this is criminal trespass. You were over here the other day, and you made some comments to some people because they made a comment about you beating your dog.
I never beat my dog.
Well, I don't care about that because that didn't happen on our property.
Okay.
Wait a minute, you're not leaving. I didn't say you're being detained right now.
You're not a
You
cop.
did say.
You are not a cop, sir, and he is just walking his dog.
I was being detained. Excuse me, sir. You're touching me.
That's right.
Why are you touching me? You can't touch me.
I'm detaining you right now.
Why are you detaining me?
For criminal
Excuse
trespass.
me. You see this? Come on, Ziggy. Let's go.
You're not going anywhere right now.
Yes,
sir.
I am, bro.
So you can leave if you want to, but I'll just pick you up at your house.
You can't pick me up in my house for shit because I ain't did nothing wrong. Sir, you can't tell me I'm criminal trespassing if this is my first time being here and no one's ever told me not to come here. That's not trespassing.
Can you
trespassing is
own car to what I said. I'm gonna you gonna drop it. All right, now chill the fuck out and we can handle this.
No, you're not gonna talk to me like that. I didn't bother you.
You've been up here once.
I did not bother you. I didn't harass nobody. I didn't harass nobody.
Like I said, you can make this easy, or you can
associated. What, man? You better get away from me, bro. What I tell you, sir? Sir, don't touch me. Why are you touching me?
Don't walk up on me.
Why are you touching me? I'm trying to exit.
No, you're not going. You're being detained.
You're not a police officer. You can't detain me.
Doesn't matter what you're not touching me. I'll tell you what. Get down. Get down.
You're pointing a gun at me.
I ain't pointing shit at you right now. Get down.
I would fucking murder that guy. I'm sorry, but his fucking belly, his fucking beer belly, dude, I would just slice that shit off. Just a nice little cut of spam right there. Fuck that dude. Racist piece of shit. Dude's just walking his dog. I hate bald white men. I really, like, big bald white men. You guys fucking suck. I hate to say it. You guys are all either cops, wannabe cops, or Joe Rogan. You suck. I hate to generalize, but big bald white men are the fucking problem. Anyways, let's go into a relationship advice before I get any madder about this fucking piece of shit. So here. This was posted 23 minutes ago. Girlfriend was flirting with a higher-up manager at her job. Oh God. For the past month or so, my girlfriend has been texting her regional manager at her job. I noticed that they had been texting quite a bit, like more than a superior and a lower-level employee should be. Given the lack of trust due to certain situations before in our relationship, I got paranoid, and I would like, first of all, I would like to know about those. Please mention what those were. Those would supply better context. I don't know. He's got to edit this. He's got to edit this. So I got paranoid and asked her if something was going on. She said no. Later on, I asked her if I could see what they were talking about. She said no because I would get upset at the comments he had made via text. What? Well, that's weird. That's fucking weird, don't you think? Anyways, I couldn't stand the paranoia and my gut was telling me something was going on for sure. Against my better judgment, I went through her phone and saw that she had been flirting heavily, sending provocative pictures of herself to him. I confronted her, turned into a huge thing, and I almost left her that day. That same day I found out, I took down his number and messaged him myself, saying that if I saw another non-work related message between the two of them, I wouldn't hesitate to take it to HR. My girlfriend saw that text last night and is now royally pissed at me. Part of me does feel like it was unnecessary to message him at all, but am I the bad guy in this situation? Top comment, I swear people in dead-end shitty relationships do everything but leave. She loves the attention. No kidding she didn't tell you. Your trust is already blemished from a previous incident. What do you think you should do? And somebody else says, she cheats, you threaten him. Do you see anything wrong with that? All right, so here's what I'm going to say with all this. Both of them are in, both the girlfriend and this higher up manager are in the wrong. 100%. Just, they shouldn't be doing that. They work in the same fucking job. He is, he's higher up than her. That dynamic is fucked up. On top of that, you're in a relationship. Why is she sending him pictures of like provocative pictures and flirting heavily? You like that person said, people will do everything but leave their dead-end relationships. Like, you see what's happening. You're being disrespected repeatedly. It's time to just realize you need to leave for your own mental well-being. Otherwise, you're going to completely lose self-worth. Because you're going to be repeatedly getting like cucked like this. Don't let that happen to you. Don't let that happen to you. Get out. This is the sign. The fact that you're coming here to relationship advice and talking about this is the sign to get out. And on that note, I'm going to end the podcast here. Like I said earlier in the episode, check out the merch at www.shortnewspod.com. I want to thank you guys again for keeping us at number 4 on the news commentary on Good Pods chart. That's been really cool. So thank you. I'll see you guys next week. This has been the Short News Podcast. I'm Alex Mador. You follow me at Alex_Mador on Twitter or Alex Mador on Instagram. I'll see you guys there. I love you very much. and peace.
It's really that time of year, and your team might finally do it. Or if you're a Rams fan, you might just want to book the trip now. This year, Super Bowl 56 is in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, February 13th. You can scour resellers to buy an overpriced ticket closer to the day, or you can lock in the Super Bowl experience of a lifetime now with our friends at On Location. True 50-yard line seats, only available with On Location. An invite to celebrate on the field with the champs. On Location. Yes, you want to craft a perfect confetti angel like I did? Go to the game with On Location. And it's not just about gameplay. From dinner with NFL legend Marcus Allen to pre-game parties featuring acoustic sets from Wyclef, the official hospitality partner of the NFL is offering the most exclusive ticket packages available. Want to know how? Visit onlocation.exp.com/SP56 or search Super Bowl On Location. That's right. Search Super Bowl On Location. Make the trip of a lifetime. It's your shot. Take it.